Hi, I'm David Jewell. Now, the good Dr. Morgan wanted me to talk to you about failed companies. Now, I was part of a company called Jewell Baker Zander. We started in 1984. We did international business-to-business marketing, and we grew consistently for 21 years. We got nailed really after 9/11. Prior to 9/11, we were growing at 25% a year, figured we had 27 people, and we thought we needed to hire 5 more. However, when 9/11 hit, the bottom fell out of the advertising business market completely. Now, because we had been successful for 21 years, we thought we would be able to handle the storm and we would recover, because we had never experienced anything like what happened after 9/11 to the economy. We grew up in a booming economy, and really from 1984 when we started until 9/11, we only saw growth. Now, there were a couple of reasons for that. First reason was that we were doing something that other ad agencies weren't doing. We were focusing on international business 20 years before other people focused on it. We also made several mistakes in the 90s that were critical, that caused us to fail after 9/11. And the first of those things was we had both business-to-business advertising clients, and we had retail advertising clients. In fact, we had about 15 million worth of retail advertising business. And we had about 5 million worth of business-to-business international. We made about 60% profit on the business-to-business international. In 1995, it seemed like a wise thing for us to get rid of our retail business and focus on the business-to-business, because even though we made $15 million, it was a 1 to 3% profit margin. Now, we were all writers and artists, and what we didn't realize is that the constant cash flow from that $15 million made bankers love us, and we could always pay our bills on time. There was never any issue, because retailers need to advertise weekly, and so we had $15 million coming in on a weekly basis. You know, over the year it was consistent. When we cut that, we lost all the joy of the bankers business. It became very difficult for us because bankers really don't want to loan money to companies that don't have that kind of constant cash flow. Even though we were keeping a small amount of it, it was really good for the banking business and for our relationships with our bank. Nobody wanted us to kill that $15 million worth of business, except those of us that worked on it, because retail is hard. You tend to, it's high maintenance, needs a lot of people, it's daily work, and the business-to-business, you could use fewer people and you made more money. It seemed like a natural, it seemed like the thing to do, to get rid of the retail business. However, when 9/11 hit, the business-to-business international business just disappeared, just went dead, while the retail business continued to grow. And had we kept our retail business, we would have been fine. The other thing that we didn't do that was a major faux pas in the 90s, we had always been working with universities and keeping young interns working with us all the time. And really, even as early as the late 80s, we were working with kids that were coming out and working on the internet. And we would have been, if we had picked up the internet business, we would have weathered the 9/11 storm, because that business was continuing to grow. But we chose as a group not to go after that business, and that really became the only business that was making money after 9/11. Had we used and started with our college students and really jumped into the internet business heavily, we still would have been around today as Jewell Baker Zander. Now, my partners were 10 years older than me. They did not want to learn anything new. And in a business, you always have to be learning things new, because nothing stays the same. It's always changing. So with partners not wanting to go into the into the internet business. Quite honestly, my daughter was coming out of college, and I helped her start this Departica business in Springfield, and that has worked marvelously, and she has grown over the last 10 years, and their business is booming, and they've done very well in the recession. The other thing that happens when you're real successful, as we were, is that you become arrogant, and you start to take things for granted. You don't keep looking for what's new, and that will shoot you in the head. You always have to stay on top of technology and have to look at how the company needs, what this company will look like 10 years from now. And as a leader, you always have to evaluate on a daily basis what's working, what's not working, what needs to change, what people need to grow and where they need to grow. And as soon as you become complacent, you're starting to lose your business, and you will wake up without any business. Now, the one thing that is good about having run a successful business is you can run another successful business. And as a result, I've continued to work in the advertising business, doing video for the web and doing television commercials for cable, and working with my daughter on doing branding for people on the web, and as a consultant. And then always wanting to do yet another business, and I jumped into the pizza business, as you can see, KC Slices, and that's working very well.
KC Slices, drive-through pizza, no waiting.
Hi, welcome to KC Slices. How can I help you?
Made with high-protein Kansas winter wheat, extra virgin olive oil, wildflower honey, vine-ripened tomatoes with 11 herbs and spices. It's hard to resist. For our July grand opening, pepperoni and cheese slices are $1. Soft drinks, $1. Refills free. KC Slices, 12140 College, between Taco Bell and Boston Market. Great pizza, no waiting.
The lessons that you learn from any business that you've worked on that's successful can translate to another business.